this notebook just the cutest compliment to this gorgeous bag? Well, today I'm going to show you how I made it. And I will be making it using my We Are Memory Keepers cinch maker. It's a bookbinding system. But if you don't have a bookbinding system, you can still make projects like this. So I am going to show you how to make it using the system that I have. But then I'll also link a couple of tutorials that'll show you how to make this if you don't have the We Are Memory Keepers system. So I think this is just precious, precious, precious. So let's get started on making this super cute little notebook. Okay, so to make this beautiful notepad, we are going to need to start with 2 pieces of decorative paper, and my paper measures 6 by 10, and we will need 2 pieces of chipboard, and my chipboard measures 5 1/4 by 7 1/2. And all I'm going to do is just place the chipboard on my paper, just try to center it so that I can have enough to fold over. And let me go ahead and do the other one. So I placed tape all over this board, and I am going to just put it down. And then I'm going to come back and trim off my excess. And then all I'm going to do at this point is just fold it over so that I can have nice creases to come back and do my miter cutting. And we're going to use Francine's tip again on miter cutting. So if you think that you have cut it too close, all we need to do at that point is to take some glue. And today I'm going to be using the reptile glue, and I'll let you know how this is working for me. So I'm going to put just a little bit on there. The first thing that I noticed is that I need a more precision tip because it's a wider tip and it comes out a lot. So it seems to be sticking okay. And we'll place this one down. And now I'm going to use this glue to actually do my fold over. So I'm going to place glue on the edges here. And then I'll take this and I'll fold it over. And I'll come back in with my bone folder, and let's see how quickly this glue actually grabs. Okay, that's a nice, pretty quick stick, so that's impressive. Let's do the other end. I'm just going to get that folded over, and then I'll come back in with my bone folder and smooth out this glue. And I'll wipe up the excess. I want to see how tacky it is on my hands. Okay, that's not too bad. I can deal with that. And it does have a very quick stick to it, so I'm so far so good with this one. I am going to put some in my precision tip bottles and use it that way, so I won't let the fact that it doesn't have a precision tip be a con, because it never said it would have one. It's just that I would prefer one. Alright guys, I'm going to tell you, this glue does stick very quick. This is some fast drying glue, and it's not tacky on my hands, so even though I've got some on my fingers, it doesn't feel tacky at all. And I'm just going to get this stuck. And wipe this up. So all in all, when I compare this to art glitter glue in terms of putting down this amount of paper, it is more than comparable to the effectiveness of art glitter glue. So I am going to do the next one and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back and I've got both of my boards covered, and I have to say so far I am very impressed with the Reptile Premium Craft Adhesive Glue. It has a very quick stick to it. It is not sticky on my hands at all, and the grab on it is so quick. I think it's actually quicker than the art glitter glue. One thing that I would recommend though is that you get some little precision tip bottles so that you don't have as much come out at once, because I think this glue can last quite a while. So let me go ahead and put this down, and I'm going to put this down using nothing but glue because I want to see if it's going to warp my board. So what I'm going to do, this piece of paper measures 5 by 7 1/4, and I'm just going to run some of the glue along the edge. And then I'll just run some in the middle. And I'm going to place it down. Okay, that went down very well. I'm going to set this one over here so that it can dry, and I'll know if it's going to warp it. And then I'll do this one. The flow of the glue is very, very good. It's a thinner glue, but I have to say it's working. It's doing exactly what it said it would do. And then I'm going to place this one down. So we need 2 pieces of 5 by 7 1/4 paper to do our inside liner. And see, you guys can see how quickly that grabbed. I'm not doing a whole lot of rubbing at this point. I'm just doing cleanup of the outer edge. And here's my first board, and you can see that it's not warped at all. So I'm going to put these to the side, put the lid back on this, and we'll move on with the project. So what I have here and what I'll be using on the inside is I have some junior legal pads that I get from Target, and you get 5 in a pack, and they're 5 for $2. And all I do is take them apart from this, and then I am going to use my cinch machine by We Are Memory Keepers to actually make the holes for me. Now I have a video that shows you guys how to make the holes if you don't happen to have a cinch. So I will link how to make those holes, and I will also link the video that I have on how to custom cut pads to your own size as well. So for this one I am going to use my cinch, and I'm going to try to slide this back so you guys can see what I'm doing. So all I'm doing is taking my board, and in the cinch you've got these pegs here, and when the pegs are pushed in, all the holes will punch. So for this board I do want all pegs in because I want 12 holes coming across. And the way that you know how to position your paper is you have this grid here. So I know that my board is 7.5 inches long, and here I've got my center mark. So all I'm going to do, this side of the ruler goes to 7, so all I'm doing is sliding this over so that the 7 aligns with the half mark here. Place my board in and then just punch. And then after I've punched, this is what I have. So when I'm ready to punch the back side of the board, I need to flip it over in reverse, just like this. And then I just simply need to place it back in the board and punch. And when I take it out, all of my holes are lined up. And so then to punch my papers, all I need to do is take a stack of paper, leave the setting exactly where it was for the outer boards, put my papers in, come down, trying not to shake the camera, and then I'll do the others. So I'm just putting my paper in and I'm leaving the guide exactly where it was for the outside boards. And then I'm just pulling down and punching through that paper. And now I've got my papers ready to go into my book. And what you'll need is a binding coil of some type. And these I actually purchased online from a company called TrueBind, so I will put a link to them. And all you do is, I have 12 holes, so I'm going to count off 12 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'll come in with my wire snips and just cut that off. And then I need to place these in the book. And the way that you do it is you make sure that the back cover is on the top of your book. And then you put your coils in. So let me get this lined up. And I am going to place it so that when I feed this through, the coils will actually go through like this. And then when I roll it over, these lines here should be on this part of the book because this is the back of the book. So then at this point, we can close these loops. Now, my cinch machine will not close coils this small because these coils weren't made by We Are Memory Keepers, but they work in this machine and you get 50 to 100, I can't remember how many it is, but you get a bunch of them for the money. So I have to manually go in and close these, and it's very simple to do. So I just start out very gently, just pushing these together. And this is a way that you can do it if you don't have a cinch machine, but you want to punch your holes using a template that you've created and a handheld punch. You can do it this way too, so you can get the same effect. Because as you can see, I'm just closing these by pressing them closed with my fingers. But you want to make sure you get them all nice and closed so that your papers will not come out. So then I'm going to open this just to see how it looks. And if I have some that are not going in the way that I want them to in terms of the direction, I can just come back and fix that. And I think this looks great. So when you open it, you've got a nice notebook, and now we get to decorate this. So the way that I'm going to decorate it is very similar to how I decorated the bag because I want everything to be consistent. So I think that I'm going to place my flowers over on this end, and I have just a little bit of lace that I also want to place. So I am going to put that down just like that. And hold it to get it stuck. And then I'll just loop this one around just like this. And I am going to place it, I think I'm going to offset it just a little. Yeah, I think I'll do it like that. And I'll add my glue underneath and hold it. And then I'll come back with my scissors and just trim off this excess lace. And now I think that this notebook is a beautiful complement to this bag. I think it's a gorgeous set. And it's so simple. Okay, so I used the Reptile Premium Adhesive on this project. And how did it stack up against art glitter glue? Well, I want you guys to keep in mind that every message that I'm conveying here is based on my own personal experience with both of these glues. I am not an expert. I am just a paper crafter. And for me in paper crafting, this particular project and another project that I did use the adhesive on last night, the Reptile glue is more than comparable in performance to the art glitter glue. It had a quick grab, my paper stuck, it didn't warp my chipboard, it performed beautifully. So I cannot say that I would not purchase this as an alternative to the art glitter glue, because I will purchase this. So for me, the Reptile glue is a suitable alternative to the art glitter glue. And when it comes to price, a 4-ounce bottle of the Reptile glue is $5, and a 4-ounce bottle of the art glitter glue will run you between $9 and $12 depending on where you buy it. For me, I didn't lose any quality in using this glue. So I can definitely give the Reptile Premium Craft Adhesive a thumbs up for meeting my needs as a paper crafter. And my needs as a paper crafter certainly don't speak for everyone, but for the way that I paper craft, this can get the job done. It is more than satisfactory. So if you have liked this video, and I certainly hope that you have, I hope that you will hit the like button. And if you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. So you guys have a great day, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.